YNG is going up on a Sunday.
Hey, this is Amanda.
And I'm Sergio.
And this is Y Daily Voice, bringing you highlights from this last day in SAC. YNG has been such a great experience, it's going to be really weird when I'm not involved anymore.
You know, you can still participate if you're not a delegate.
Here's one of our news teams to tell you more about our dedicated volunteers and interns.
Coming back to YNG sounds like a really rewarding experience.
Yeah, it's definitely something to look into, especially being a senior.
My time in YNG has gone by too fast.
Hey, perk up, Buttercup. You're not alone.
Let's take a look at some other seniors reflecting on their time in YNG.
Hi, Elmer Nara Newmar reporting on senior delegates coming back as volunteers or interns. According to several senior delegates, the role of volunteers and interns strongly impact the youth and government program, as they believe that several seniors should return what was given to them to the next generation of seniors so the tradition would go on.
When I leave youth and government, I definitely think I'm going to be coming back in the future, if not in the next couple of years, because I think that this program really gives youth the opportunity to get involved. And I think one of the biggest criticisms of our generation is that we aren't involved and we are apathetic, and I definitely want to change that. And beyond that, I would like to expand youth and government to places that don't actually have delegations yet.
I would love to come back to youth and government, hopefully as an advisor, because my little brother's a freshman right now, and I want to see him go through the program as well.
I think volunteers and interns impact the program by doing basically all the little things that kids don't even notice, like bringing candy to delegates when they're in session or doing just little things. It's really important to the program.
Overall, senior delegates are strongly considering in returning to this program as interns or volunteers, as they strongly believe in the next generation and having the best experience within and out of the youth and government program. This is Renata Newmar signing off.
Change is good.
Speaking of change, we'll soon say so long to Lena Gavenez and welcome in a new youth governor.
I know who I'm voting for. Who will you be checking off on your ballot?
Good morning, YNG, and welcome to Election Day here in Sacramento. Polls opened at 8 a.m. this morning, and tonight we'll know the name of our 68th youth governor. Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Nicholas Garner because I feel like he's a very well-spoken candidate. I feel like he's had his humble origins, and I really respect him, and I think he can bring real change to this program.
Well, I definitely didn't really know who I was going to vote for until the candidates came and talked to us in our individual sessions. When we got to see them in a more intimate setting, it really helped a lot in deciding.
I'm voting for Ted Goldstein. I really believe in his platform. He really believes in individuality, and it's something that I promote, personally. So.
I voted for Chris Ford this morning. I voted for Chris because he was a really good speaker on stage, and off the stage, he just seemed like a really likable and personable person.
The method of campaigning that makes me most likely to vote for someone is probably how approachable they are, and when they speak to sessions, that's kind of really important to me. So
I definitely learned a lot about Riley Owen when he came to our session to inform us about his platform, and it made him a much more personable candidate and made me much more likely to vote for him.
I am voting for Julia Kahn. I feel like she is the only delegate that I have seen that has actively pursued making her platform a reality, whereas the other delegates just promise things that they never end up keeping. It was really helpful to, listen to the delegates say their speeches So I would have to say that the speeches are the biggest part of campaigning.
Be sure to check out the governor's debate also posted on this website. Thank you for tuning in. This has been Allie Handel with Y Daily News signing off.
Ooh, spooky. Amanda, join my political party.
Oh, I can't. Sorry, I'm already affiliated.
Join it. What's the problem? Why don't you want to join my political party?
Because you guys are way too aggressive, and I think a lot of other delegates would agree.
There's been some controversy regarding political parties. The parties have a system of fictitious money where they get a set amount per delegate that joins that party. That money earns them tools to help them with their campaign. Delegates have said that they were given unclear or no information regarding this issue. We asked some delegates what they knew.
I feel like the political parties could benefit the candidates in some way, but it could also be unfair. I'm not aware that the money is cut in half when we switch parties.
Yeah, I'm aware that the new political party only gets like half of the money that they would have got.
Yeah, I'm aware that it's cut in half when I switch.
Yes, I'm aware that the fictitious money is cut in half when you switch parties.
Political party chairs are the leaders of these parties. We wanted to get their statement on the fictitious money and the controversy.
I think that the reason for many delegates not being informed with what happens with the epsilons is because we don't want them to feel that we're trying to recruit them for money.
A lot of the stuff that we have to do has to be done with a lot of privacy and a lot of secrets because we have events planned, things that we don't want, obviously, our other party staff members to know about.
It's not an intentional, like, oh, we're not going to tell them. I mean, it would be asked, but up to them. They join a party that they feel strong about, that they respect and that they know.
I think that the reason why the chairs and the people and the staff of political parties don't really disclose that information is because they don't want to kind of put a value on someone's vote and make the delegates feel like the amount of times that they switch out of parties, the less valuable they are as a delegate.
Political parties are an important factor of the governor's race, so delegates should be involved in the process as much as they can. This has been Malia Lanner with Eyewitness News.
That sounds wild.
Another great program area that YNG offers is NIC.
I never got to participate in that program, but from what these delegates have to say, it sounds like a really great time.
Hi, I'm Talia Thompson from SDSC.
And I'm Maggie Phillips from SRV by Lobo.
YNG is full of memorable moments and events, and today we set out to see why NIC is so special.
As our time in Sacramento draws to a close, we asked delegates to share with us their favorite memories of NIC from this year's conference.
I think one of my favorite NIC moments was when a girl came up to me and told me how my proposal made her change her opinion. Also, I was in adversary corps, so I got to kill bills in session. Not only was that enjoyable, but I also allowed the author to strengthen their argument. Lastly, in GA, my proposal passed, and having the advisors come up to me was such a memorable and inspiring moment for me to keep doing what I'm doing.
My favorite memory from NIC would probably be speaking pro for this girl's proposal about sexual harassment at college campuses and totally just shutting down somebody's like sexist and like rape culture argument. So it was pretty awesome.
My favorite memory from NIC was meeting all my commission chairs and just hanging out with them because we got super close. We all ate lunch and dinner, and we just had a generally great time.
My favorite experience was in my commission. I led a rap battle.
Everyone has their own stories and experiences from NIC this year. Share yours with us at NIC News 2015 on Twitter.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed our coverage on NIC this weekend.
I wish I had gotten a chance to try out that program. Sergio, what other program areas have you been involved in YNG?
Well, actually, I participated in Press Corps last year, and I've seen a lot of change.
Let's take a closer look at the evolution of the YNG media program.
This last year, media went through a major change. Instead of focusing on just broadcast media, they combined it with Press Corps to create a new age media program.
So we used to have two different programs, one that was about 60, 70 kids and one that was about 30. And now we actually have 130 kids that are part of one media program that are creating both written stories for web as well as traditional multimedia packages.
This year what happened is that we divided the program up into pods, 12 pods. And similarly, they each cover beats. However, it's not divided up into just news and features and entertainment, etc. It's divided up into covering all the different program areas. And that's much better because it allows for more comprehensive coverage.
I think that combining the two programs is definitely different. I wouldn't say that it's better or worse. It's a lot bigger than last year. I mean, last year I knew everyone in the program, and this year I maybe know a tenth of the people. So it's definitely a different experience, a little less personal.
Despite the change, media delegates are still bringing us the big stories and latest news in YNG. This has been Lucas Tromble with Eyewitness News.
I can't wait to see the results.
It should be exciting, like the murder case the delegates are working on in appellate court.
Court is now in session. Today is decision day for the DiCarlo case. After 3 days of deliberation and research, the judges will now be ready to give their final decision. Their job throughout Sacramento has been to hear the evidence brought forth from the appellants. As the appellants rise and fall to give their opinions, the judges take note of all the facts, research, and evidence of the case. It's a tough job for the judges. Win or lose, the judge can't please everyone. The judge's job is to remain unbiased and determine the right outcome after all is said and done. Their decisions can set precedents for future cases to come and can affect the future of the court system. Like every other delegate, the appellants and judges came here to Sacramento in the name of democracy. And after today, the decision will be made. This has been Carson Lester with Eyewitness News.
Wow, the campaigns are heating up.
This is Y Daily Voice reporting from Sacramento for the last time.
Thanks for watching. Stay beautiful.